Welcome to the Lift and Glow Fitness Podcast, the health and fitness podcast for women who want to look great and feel great for good. Whether your goal is to lose weight, build muscle, or you just want to be the healthiest version of yourself, the advice that we share here is going to help you do that by building habits that stick without sucking the fun out of your life. Before we get stuck in today's episode, please make sure to hit subscribe so that you don't miss any future episodes from us. So congratulations, girls. We are athletes.
Elite half marathon runners.
We are half marathon runners. We are runner girlies.
We are.
So we did the half marathon on Sunday, didn't we?
All feel a bit broken.
Do you feel broken?
I feel like you
My
don't feel
hamstrings are
broken.
tight. I haven't rested.
I'm confused. Why are you lying? You went on a run yesterday.
I know, but it was really painful. My knees felt like 10 times to side, and this hamstring ain't great.
So
But like CrossFit felt okay today. But yeah.
Oh my God. Have you rested?
Monday.
Oh my
that
God.
is not enough. It was when we were in Matu after Matu.
Yeah.
And she went, I could do that all over again. And I was like, absolutely fucking not.
There was
There's
someone else who
no
said
way.
they could. It was you. You said you kind of carried on.
I said that I enjoyed it. Like, it was the last 2 kilometres that done me in. But
Every time I
said
looked
I'd
at
like
Charles,
to do it again.
When we
Not-
finished, she was like... She was so proud of herself.
I actually
She was buzzing. She got under 2 hours.
know.
Like, that is
So 2 hours is a big
sick.
deal, Sammy. Sorry, you're doing your sleep.
I know, yeah. Sorry, it's easy for you to just...
No, it didn't mean that. It was just so cute how happy you were.
I was.
She was very...
Yeah.
You should be, like, such an achievement.
Yeah.
What did you do it in last year?
2 hours 9.
2 hours 9.
Yeah.
And this year was what?
1 hour 54.
Oh my gosh. So
That's a
you've
massive
knocked
chunk, isn't it?
off 9... My maths isn't good. 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something around that, yeah.
Wow.
I know.
That's so
So,
sick.
so was yours, though. You done like 22, knocked
Knocked 22 minutes off, yeah, but I
That's
nearly died.
insane.
I'm sorry, I did nearly die though.
He lost their sight.
On that waterfront, I thought this is the end of me.
I'm going to the Mersey.
I really, really did.
Do
I
you
thought
think
this is where I end.
The
Like,
lava building gets further away as you
Yeah.
run into it. I feel like it just keeps going.
so
back.
I was actually fine. So when we got off the we got off the Otter's Pool, you know, like when you go down that really steep bit, which by the way, my second toe is longer than my big toe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And when I went down that hill, that foot like slid to the front of my trainer. And then I've had like a big bruise. I'm like, please don't lose the toenail. That my feet are ugly enough. I do not need to lose toenails.
We're getting married in September. That's not allowed to
No,
happen.
it's not allowed to happen. And I don't know if you can get like a fake
You can.
toenail for your second toe. Oh, can you?
I had them when I did my last marathon.
Oh, really?
I've got both my second toes now are black. So I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Really?
From your
training.
permanently or from
No,
this?
just from this.
Oh, really?
And the training.
So
yeah.
do you feel like your shoes aren't big enough?
No, I think it's just the way, because they are. Like, especially when you Nova Blast, they are really big. But
Yeah.
it's just the pressure, I think.
The pressure.
It's normal, isn't
I'm
it?
not surprised with the speed you run.
I know, yeah. Speedy Gonzalez.
I'm just long-legged.
And quick
And
though, like,
powerful.
and when I was in proper, I was really, really struggling in Sefton Park, and she just smacks people, just goes past all jolly, and I'm like, fuck off.
She slapped your bum.
Yeah.
How did you just pass each other?
No, she passed me. She started behind us and then passed us at
Oh,
Sefton
really?
Park. Yeah, passed me at Sefton Park. Anyway, did she pass you?
No.
She must have.
No,
Oh.
because everyone starts at different times, don't they?
Did you
Like,
start with her?
I started with you, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
must have
but-
done then.
No, but she was way out in front of us, in front of me.
She would have had to pass me, though. I've
Why?
obviously-
Because I finished before.
Did you get through the finish line before her? Oh,
Yeah.
did you? So yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
obviously
I did
just
see you.
mustn't have seen her.
I know. I seen
Oh,
your big
it's
yellow
like on the
trainees when I
arseholes.
got out.
No, but what I was saying is, so you know when you go down that big steep bit, and I was like,
Yeah.
and I looked, you get onto the waterfront, and I seen like obviously people who've done it. Because we did it before, I knew, don't get excited here,
Yeah.
hey, because like last year you did, and this goes on forever.
Yeah.
So we got
You
onto
think
the
you're nearly
water.
there and it just carries on going. doesn't it?
Yeah, I got onto the waterfront and I saw people going, right, is this it now to the end? These lads were going, this is it now, it's just this straight. And I nearly said, like, chill out, like it's going to take a long time to get there. And then there was girls with their phones out like, whoa, you know, like at the river. And I'm
Yeah.
like, just wait. Like I knew what was coming.
I don't know. Oh, go on, sorry.
But I, anyway, got down that slope and I don't think I realised last year, but when I looked up, I was like, that's the Liver building. And it was like tiny, just miles and miles. When I was like, right, this is actually really far and it's just straight. And I think as well is that loads of people start walking because there's there's no spectators there, isn't there? Did you just notice when you went through that, like, you know, after you do the zigzaggy bit where you go through the tunnel and you end up in that all those trees, it's like a park. Is that Otter's Pool Park?
It is a park, yeah.
Before you get onto the front.
Everyone just stopped.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's going on, guys? Like, it's
It was
not
when
over.
it was when people were walking after the first hill up after Upper Parliament Street, and I was
yeah.
like, oh no,
Yeah.
you're
Well,
in for a bad
that
ride.
happened last year as well.
People just pelt off too fast. Though,
No,
don't
but
they?
Yeah.
that hill literally didn't. I wasn't thinking of that. Like, I thought that was all right. It was when, I don't know, I can't remember. I think there's a petrol station at the top, and then you come out of
before
some park
Sefton
thing.
Park?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you just see bodies, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God,
It's
I've
fine.
got to run up
There's
that
a
now.
school, isn't it? You run past. Yeah,
Yeah,
Liverpool,
yeah,
somewhere, isn't
yeah.
it?
I didn't know there was a hill on the way into Sefton Park. So in my
Yeah.
head, I'm thinking the hill's done.
I forgot.
I found the
forgot
hill
and then I
hard.
remembered.
Yeah, and then I was like, and then same as you, I'm looking forward. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
we've got to climb another hill. That's where
It's
I
quite
lost
big as well.
Zara, because Zara just powered through that hill, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah, no.
My legs.
I just remember getting me gel going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need this.
I seen them Vimto gels, and I was like, Charlie's had a gel, I'm having
have a
one.
gel.
Like, I was literally like,
I know,
having
I
it
didn't
at
know when
the
to
same
have
time.
one, and Amy kept going, yeah, I've had one, and I was like, oh, I'll have one too then. And she was like, yeah, I've had 3 now, and I was like, oh, because I just kept missing, I didn't know when to have them. But I found it so hard to have the gel and breathe.
Do you neck the gel though?
No, it was like little bits, but I was like,
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
Well,
Nah,
the
it's like-
pace you were going at, you clearly.
yeah,
like,
probably. I
didn't
was
have time to
literally,
breathe.
I just got everything spot on this time. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so happy with myself. My music, I was saying, on point.
Yeah.
Me gels every 6 kilometres. Like, I had one before I started. Me breakfast, everything was just right.
Did
Yeah,
you take your
I-
gels every 4?
So I did every 30 minutes instead. But then
Yeah,
the
every
last
40.
two were closer because I was kind of struggling.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, I should have waited to have that last one because the end bit was hard. The thing that I did last year when I did it, like obviously I just plodded along and went nice and slow. And then, but I never took any gels. But I did, the water stations. I drank at every one. Not a full bottle, just
Yeah.
a swig.
Yeah,
And then
I
threw
feel like
it.
I was wasting it, but I thought I don't want the
Oh,
full
I
bottle.
was. Swig
Yeah, they were
over
way
my head.
they were way smaller this year, which is better.
Yeah.
So I had a little swig and then I'd throw it. Whereas this year, because I had the gels, I didn't stop for water on every one. I just had grabbed 2 and had a little swig at each one. And I felt like I never took enough water, and I think that's why I really struggled at the end. And obviously
Like
went
dehydration.
blind because I was like, no, I'm not messing. I literally was blind. I was like, oh, my eyes closed. And like, when my head felt like it was over here, and I was like, I'm having an out of body
terrible
experience. It was scary because then you like see someone going past on a stretcher, and I'm like, that's
Yeah.
going to be me. That's going to be me.
They're in
So
tinfoil.
slow
It is scary when
down.
it is scary when like we see people collapsing at the side.
Yeah, no, it's
so
not good.
I think I didn't my gels were fine, happy with them, but I don't think the water situation.
I don't think
did
there was
well.
enough water.
No,
There was
I heard
well
other
more
people saying
stations
that.
last time.
Why is there no water when you're on the waterfront?
Yeah.
There's literally one bit
That
when
is
you get
the
onto it. I know.
worst. Like that is the worst
there
bit. Oh no,
was.
there's one.
was
When they
one.
say there's 1 mile left, but everyone's already dead by then.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were already blind
was
by
one.
then,
I
so
was
you
blind.
didn't even see it.
I just heard 1 mile left, and I'm like, I didn't take water from him.
I only took it from 2 places, but I didn't feel that thirsty this time.
Yeah.
But I don't. Well, we don't. None of us do run with water, do we? When we train.
I did last year. I filled up my bottles, and then I remember trying to drink it, and I got a stitch in Sefton Park because I couldn't get it out because you've got to like bite it and suck it, haven't you? So I was like, oh no. I was like, I'm not taking it again. It's just weighing me down.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll wait for the water bottles, and there was like no water. Like there was literally 3 stations.
No, there was definitely more than 3. You've probably just not seen them.
6
There was definitely more last year. 6.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
I
do
running with my eyes
think
closed
there
then.
was more last year. But I think, do you know what it is? Like, obviously, in training's completely different to on the day. Like, when
Yeah.
you're training, we did everything at, like, conversational pace. It was all nice and easy. Whereas when you're on the day, like,
Adrenaline.
the paces that I was hitting, I've never ran that far for,
Yeah.
No,
for that
same.
fast. So, like,
Neither have I.
my body was obviously just absolutely...
When we were like sardines in the beginning, when you're waiting to like cross the start line,
Yeah.
I was going to Amy. I was like, oh my god, I'm literally spitting feathers. Like my mouth is so dry, but I felt like
Yeah.
I drank loads.
Yeah.
And this fella next to me just goes, "It's your adrenaline, that love." And I was like, oh. And then I was like, but I literally couldn't get any moisture in my mouth until we got to the first water station.
Do you know what I need to sort out as well for next time is needing a wee for 21 kilometres.
But you needed a wee?
Last year it was the same. This year was the same.
I didn't this time.
Like my pelvic floor is on fire because honestly, I can hold a wee in for running for 21 kilometres, 2 hours.
I was
Not
like
good, is
telling
it?
myself I didn't need to wait, and I was like,
I
no, I do
tried
need.
that.
But you know what? Last year I needed to wait for the whole time. Like it wasn't normal, and I remember seeing like the cubicles to go, and I was like, no, I want to get a good time. And then this time, like I don't know what happened, but it did go. Like I actually didn't need it. I think I was telling myself I needed it when
No, but I did because
didn't.
I was actually touching my belly and I needed to wee. So I was like, what? Because I went to Meg Parker's office and I squoze every last bit of wee out. I'm not messing. And then I was like, why am I at the line needing another wee? It was only 10 minutes later.
Because
It's
I was
your
in the
nerves
queue.
though, isn't it?
I was in the queue and I was one person before me.
yeah,
I
and
didn't
then
have
Faye came
anything
and
on.
got you.
Like I didn't have my number
she
on.
was
Faye came over and went, we need to go. I was like,
Yeah.
fuming.
I know.
Storming back.
That was a difficult one.
But yeah, it was all right. Didn't need it in the end.
So are you going to do it again?
Yeah, I'm going to do it again.
I would have signed up for next year. You have too, haven't you?
I have signed up. Have you signed up?
For next year?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah. I don't know why I'm doing it.
I
Honestly,
am definitely
just-
going to do it. You're definitely doing it.
I
Yes, you
know, I will do it, but I don't know why.
Sub 2 hours,
You're the
that's
leader
why.
of the pack. You can't not do it. You're the one that organises all the training ones.
Isn't it? Yeah, but isn't it funny though? Like, yous are all absolute running athletes, and I'm like, wait for me. No, like when we were getting obviously to the finish line, I was thinking, I'm not even like everyone was just like I knew everyone was going to be faster than me anyway, and I'm just like, why is this my idea? And I'm shit, and I'm the worst at running. Like, why am I doing this? But I actually think, obviously, originally when we did it last year, I got used to do it with me. Obviously, I know you didn't do it, Sammy, but I got everyone to do it with me because I knew I wouldn't do it on my own.
Yeah.
Like, if
Why didn't I do it? Oh, I had CrossFit comp, didn't I, that weekend?
I think so,
Some
yeah.
sort of competition.
Yeah,
Obviously.
Something that costs a lot of money and causes pain. Something like that.
But I think one thing that definitely did better this year was the training. I
Yeah.
think we all did that.
Yeah.
better.
I couldn't train on my own. Like those longer runs, like obviously I did one with you, didn't I?
Yeah.
I did one with Amy. But I couldn't do it on my own. It's just painful.
It is really hard,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like, I think I did a 17 kilometre on my own. It was the one where I videoed like every kilometre.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you know what?
And
Then
the
it's all stupid, but the fact you were
emotions you go
videoing
through.
it might have gave you a bit of focus
yeah.
rather than just running.
Yeah.
Because years ago when I ran, like 5 years ago, I did do a lot of training on my own, but now I just think, no, I'd rather
Yeah.
Yeah.
stick pins in my eyes.
Do you know what it is? It's like, it's just like and I was the same on Sunday. It's like a proper emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
It really is.
Like the conversations that you have with yourself, it's just like, I can't do this. I can't do this. No, you can do it. No, you can't. You're just like constantly
Like reassuring yourself.
Reassuring yourself, yeah. And you just go through all of the emotions and you're like, oh my God, I feel great. And you're like, oh my God, now I feel like I'm going to die. And it's just constantly
Yeah.
like that. You don't,
Yeah.
it's not even like you just struggle at the end. You're up and down and like,
I felt worse in the middle. Like Sefton Park, I remember being people going, oh my God, Amy's going too fast. And like, I wanted to slow down, but I was like, no, like we need to keep going. And then at the end, I actually felt fine. But I think it was the adrenaline of knowing I was finishing.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
had another 3 miles, probably wouldn't have felt
Yeah.
as good. But I found the middle the hardest bit.
that was
yeah,
my favourite bit, you know?
The
The
bit
end.
just before 10K, I think you're a bit like, oh my gosh, I'm not even halfway.
I can't even,
Yeah.
where was 10K? Sefton
Within
Park.
Sefton Park.
Was it?
You said this about last year. Last year, I didn't really think Sefton Park was bad, but this year, I felt like I was stuck in there forever.
Yeah, that's a bit
And
how
I
I
kept
felt.
I quite like
seeing-
that bit.
I kept seeing, oh, they're running out. I must be running out soon. And I was doing another
Yeah.
bend, and I was
Because
like,
everyone's like,
oh, yeah, I
crisscrossing,
know.
aren't they?
yeah.
And
I
then
like the
some was
Oscar
doing the
Sport
10
music
miles,
there,
weren't they? Some were
Yeah.
doing the 10 miles, so they were
Yeah.
cutting off, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
bye then.
Yeah.
I have to carry on going.
But I think we've inspired a lot of people
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the training, with the,
Even like Ben from Unity, like the one of the CrossFit coaches, he went on a run today.
Did
and like
he?
Josie, my mate, she's gone on a run today. I feel like because Instagram was full of it, like we
Yeah.
don't feel the high rock stuff, isn't it? It does just give you a bit of motivation.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michael's dad messaged me the day after, and he was like, "You've inspired me. I've just gone on a 5-mile run."
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
5 miles as well. It's good.
I know he's a good runner. To be fair, he just hasn't done it in ages. But he was like, "Yeah,
We
you've
lit
got
the
me
fire.
going again." Yeah,
When I was in the gym this morning with the girls, they were like, oh, you've all really inspired all of us. We're going to sign up to do it next year, or we're going to do the 10 mile or some of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's boss. But I'm like, why do you want to do it? Because I've not told it to you. Like, but it is so strange because it's like, I know that we all know this, but when you do really difficult things and really hard things, you do feel good for doing it.
Yeah,
like,
you do.
even
Yeah.
though it's so hard in the moment, you know, because your competitions and stuff, it's so hard in the moment. And the training for a half marathon and a full marathon, can't even imagine how hard that must be.
Yeah.
The training for it is so hard and you have to stay consistent at it, but it just gives you this proper sense of accomplishment,
Yeah.
like
doesn't
we
it?
were saying before, like we were on a high for
Yeah.
days, and like now we're like,
Oh,
right
I'm
down
still
now.
high.
No, I am flat as a
No,
pancake, but I've had
I'm the
I've had
same.
a slightly traumatic day, I'm not going to lie.
Why?
First 10 minutes of the 6 a.m. class was me sobbing.
Oh no!
I killed a bird.
Oh,
No, it was so bad. Honestly, Lauren Kendall. So basically, I'm driving down Northway, and I see two magpies. I'm like, oh, two magpies. They were in the lane next to me. They obviously shot off and I drove into one. Well, it flew in front of me. I didn't purposefully hit it. And I was like, I got out of the car. I was like, oh my God, I've hit a bird. And I was stressing out about it. And then I looked in the front of the car and the bird was stuck in the car.
That's happened to me. It's got stuck in the grill, doesn't it?
It was so sad. And anyway, Kim, Sarah and Lauren were like outside their cars chatting and they were like, are you okay? And I was like, I've just killed a bird. And like they started laughing because I think they just felt awkward. And then I just broke down. And I was like, it's stuck in the car. And they were looking, they went,
it was like in the grill.
It was just in the, yeah.
That is quite traumatic, to be fair.
No, it was so traumatic. And then I was thinking, oh, what if its poor mate hasn't got any other mates? And I was like, it's meant to be good luck. I feel like I'm tearing up. It's meant to be good luck to see two magpies.
I thought you meant to kill a magpie.
I was like, what? I've never heard this.
Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I do live my life a little bit by the magpies. I'm quite superstitious.
So
If I see one, I'm like, oh my gosh, like,
need to find
I don't like it. Or if I see two, I'm like, oh, something great's going to happen. And I don't know. I feel like it makes me happy. So I was like, seeing two magpies is really good luck, but surely killing one can't be. They were laughing at me. I was like, stop laughing. I'm genuinely upset about this. But anyway, Lauren got rid of the bird for me.
I thought you were going to say Lauren resurrected. Lauren hit it mouth to mouth.
I don't know where it is, what happened to it, but she got bin bags and went and so I feel like, so I'm flat because I'm like, I killed a bird, but also like, what was
we digress so much.
I just wanted to have a little chat today. I can't but
that's all the brain can do.
But also I feel flat because I'm like, we've been training for this half marathon for like 12 weeks. What do we do now?
Sign up to the Manchester one in May.
I can't.
You can, hey. Come on, guys, join me.
I actually can't. I'm on holiday. In the lakes.
We'll do another one.
I could actually come from the lakes for it, but I'm not going to.
Why would you do that? Why would you skip your holiday?
It's only a day, innit? But I wouldn't do that. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do another one in May. I think I could deal with it if it was like June, July.
I'll find one.
Yeah.
June, July, it's going to be very hot, isn't it?
Yeah. It would be.
Like me and my Barcelona marathon.
I really wouldn't want to do.
I want to do a broad one.
I wouldn't want to do a half marathon in the heat. Would you?
I'd try it.
I said to Michael, I said, if I'm ever like going to do a marathon, it won't be in this country.
Are you talking about doing a full marathon?
No, so I haven't made me mad. I think I'm going to just sign up and just then try and train for it.
You're mental.
I know. I just feel like I felt so good off that. I know I'm going to be crippled.
What we did on Sunday, you have to do that again.
Yeah, I know. But I thought that when I was doing like 12 kilometres, I had to do all that over again.
Always
you can always make it work. Obviously, it'd be a lot of training and stuff.
The training's the worst part.
Yeah, it is the worst part. But I know it would be really hard. But what an achievement that would be. Imagine saying like you've done a marathon. It's such a good conversation starter.
I know. I really want to say I've done a marathon. I just don't want to do a marathon.
That's how I felt about the half. I never thought I'd be able to do that.
I know. You know what, right? That is such a good point because I never ever ran. I didn't like running.
Never thought you'd be a runner girly.
I never. And obviously this is what we were saying before is that like you can have in your mind, oh, I can't do that. So I can't lift weights. I don't know what to do. I can't run. I don't know, like I'm crap at running. The amount of people who messaged me or spoke to me in the gym, oh, I couldn't do that. I'm not a runner. And I'm like, I haven't been a runner. I'm 32. Yeah. Like I literally started running last year and I went from nothing to a half marathon in 8 weeks. Like, if it is possible, you just have to accept that you're shit at it. So like when I was doing my runs last year, like my pace was slow. I felt like a proper slug. I didn't enjoy being that like slow and uncomfortable.
Like heavy feeling when you're running, don't you?
I was uncomfortable. I didn't have the cardiovascular fitness for it. But what I really, really love about any element of fitness is that you feel yourself getting better.
I was about to say that's what motivates you, like because like you got back from some runs and you're like, oh, that was fucking shit, that blah, blah. And then you compared your time and you're like, oh, and it makes you feel a bit better about it, doesn't it?
Yeah, like if you look back, if you're consistent at running or consistent at lifting weights or anything, like when you look back, like 12 months sounds like a long time, but everyone, it flies, doesn't it? It literally feels like a week ago. And so like if you looked back like a year ago, and that's what I did, I went back to my old runs and I was like, Hayley, you are an athlete because you were struggling then. And it's just that my goalposts had changed. You know what I mean?
I know.
Go on. I thought you were going to say
I
something.
was, but it's gone now. You put me on the spot.
But yeah, I think like if something is hard as well, I actually think it's good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you don't feel overwhelmed by it, then why is
What's
it worth
point in
doing
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And like, I feel like you have that, like, no matter whether it's a half marathon, a high rocks, a comp, whatever, the night before you go into bed, you're like, oh, what the fuck am I doing this tomorrow? Like, could have a lie-in. And then you're like, you know, when you carb load and all that jazz and you're like stressing about it, and then you get there. And I literally said to Amy in the lineup again, I was like, why do we keep paying for all these stupid events that we're getting so stressed about? And you just feel like you're going to like, you know, just have a breakdown about it. And then when you finish, it's that sense of achievement where you're like, fucking smashed it. And like, you feel like
You must get that every week then.
She's
She does a competition every week.
She is literally doing something every week.
Yeah.
It is like it's just a crazy thing. Like you put yourself through all of that.
Yeah.
And
For a
then
t-shirt.
for a t-shirt and a medal.
And squashies this year. We got a bag of
I'm
squashies.
fuming. I missed them, you know. One of my clients, Carly.
And joins
knew
us
nothing.
tablets.
yeah, I didn't see them either.
Did you?
Carly
What
texted me
tablets?
saying she was ecstatic about the free squashies, and I was like, "What free squashies?"
I got 2 bags of squashies, joined us tablets.
What's a joined us?
But it's like tablets,
glucosamine and chondroitin tablets.
You got Vimto
I got one of
fizzy
them.
things, like energy drink.
Do you know what, right?
I think you were just blind.
I was
still.
blind. I couldn't see anything past. I think it was when we got to. It was like I keep saying, you know where that those flats are, like
Yeah.
Um,
just on the edge of
The
town.
wharf thing.
The
yeah.
wharf, yeah, where all the
I have
canal-y
been talking
bits.
about this for ages. That brown building,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
felt like I wanted to punch it.
Right?
It really irritated me the whole way because that's where I was struggling, and I just kept looking. It was the most ugly building ever. Honestly,
Yeah.
I just wanted
And
to.
also, like, petition to the organisers of Half Marathon, stop making us run on cobbles.
Oh my god, yeah,
I thought it was
That
a
my
break the
ankles
ankle.
can't take
stupid.
it.
I nearly did break my ankle.
Yeah. I know.
That's what made me hip go weird. It's like, why? This is the stupidest idea ever.
Yeah,
What we
like
doing?
go back onto the road or something.
Yeah. But obviously there's an issue there with traffic, isn't there? Because they already closed for the start.
Yeah.
But that's not safe.
No, it's not. Even putting something down.
Yeah, like could
platform.
you? Yeah, could you
something
put
like
some
that.
sort
I think
of
it's definitely
platform
good.
Because I found everyone was trying to stay on the big pieces of paving, but then they were being too slow. So then
Yeah.
when you had to go round, you had to go
Yeah.
on the
It
cobbles.
was when you were coming like
went-
round, like past the Tate, and you were going over that little bridge
Yeah.
around the museum. I
Yeah,
was like,
no.
whoa, like
and you're all
literally.
you're changing direction every
Yeah.
5 minutes, aren't you?
That definitely knocked or put a few minutes onto my time.
Yeah, but I think that was where I was really like
Yeah.
blind.
yeah. How did you manage the speed bump then? Or did you go around it?
What
Because
speed
me and you
bump?
leapt over
Yeah.
it before the finish
There
line.
was a few speed
There was
bumps.
like a speed bump just before the finish
yeah,
line.
no, I was
That's when I saw
all right.
Holland Beck, and I was like, woo, like jumped over.
yeah, I think you've nearly missed it.
Yeah.
Like a hurdle at the end.
It is such it's a proper journey. Like I went through, and as soon as I stopped, and I went to my mum, I'm never doing that ever again. And
I knew it
then
was like
I knew
Sounds
you were
up.
lying.
I
yeah,
know.
stands up again.
She had some salt and pepper chips. She was like ready to go again.
Yeah, no, it was the Aperol Spritz.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
The Aperol. I was
That
like,
did
I
hit
feel
nice.
fine now.
It was when was it you or Faye was like, is it too early to have an Aperol? I was like, absolutely not.
No,
Why was it early? It was 12 o'clock.
it was
Yeah.
12 o'clock?
That's allowed.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine.
Especially when
so-
you've just done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been 11. I'd still had some. It was just because it wasn't open at that point.
I was at the door like, where is everyone?
This is something that Gemma actually asked because she put in the group, didn't she, about like speak about the half marathon and all of that. Why did you sign up to it?
Because I'm a psychopath.
I feel like you just want to do everything.
yeah.
I'm a yes woman. No, I don't know.
You forced me into it.
Last year,
I like,
feel like I did.
I like the feeling, like you said already, I like the feeling of getting better and the feeling of accomplishment with something.
Yeah.
Don't wrong, there was so like that run me and you did that for 16K. I did not want to do that. Like you were moaning all morning to the girls in the gym, weren't you, saying Sammy's going to kill me?
Yeah.
And then I was moaning to everyone saying I can't be arsed going. But then once we'd done it,
We felt
we
so
felt
good.
amazing. Yeah. And we actually had a laugh when we were doing it.
Yeah, we did.
Went for a wild
Apart
wee
from
and
when I
everything,
got that horrendous stitch. I
Oh,
literally
yeah.
thought my organs were going to fall out. But other
Yeah.
than that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just to prove to yourself that you're stronger than what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's good. It's like it gives you a focus, doesn't it? So I originally signed up to it last year because I needed something to focus on. I was losing
Yeah.
my mind. And it's like, I just wanted to, like I was saying on the Q&A yesterday, I wanted to have like a new appreciation for my body because it was
Yeah.
like my goal, I'm well over fat loss. I'm well over like changing my body and looking a certain way. Like I'm over that. I did it for years. I just don't care. All I want to do is feel good, feel strong, feel fit. And like being fit was not something that at the end of 2023 I was. I'd had 6 weeks of not doing anything when I was doing IVF. There was no exercise. I only went on a few walks because I was in a hole. And it was just like, when we were in Thailand, I was like, I can't believe I've got to go home and I've got to go back to normal life. Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to focus on? And I was like, I need like some sort of distraction.
Yeah.
And I'd signed up to the half marathon like a couple of times in the past, like a couple of years, and never done it because I tried to just do my runs on my own and just try to like motivate myself. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to drag the Lift and Glow girlies with me. And then we did obviously the run club and stuff. And I feel like once we did it once, and like we have like a little running community within the community, don't we?
Yeah.
And everyone's like proper supportive and helpful. And if you ask any questions, the pro runners are like Meg's always got the answers.
Yeah, Meg was buzzing when this all happened, wasn't it? Because she was like,
because she was already into
like
running.
Meg and Sarah, the ones that come back with like the shoe recommendations, the podcast, not the podcast, the Spotify playlist, and like, just like they just know everything about it, don't they?
And I just feel like it's been really good to like push my body in a different way, get this new appreciation for me body, and like also be like, you can do really hard things. You can do things that I already knew that anyway, but like you really never thought you'd ever be good at running, and you hated it. And now I'm like, when's the next run? Like I'm excited to run again.
Stand up again.
And I do feel like I love lifting weights. I'll always do it, but the endorphins you get from running are
next level
times 10.
Yeah. I keep saying I've literally had a chat with myself, and I'm like, I want to try and run twice a week, at least once, but maybe twice.
Sunday run club, that I'm sticking with that. And then I'm not running long distances. I literally 2 5Ks a week is more than enough for me. And
I thought you were 10K, hey?
10K, hey? That's my new name.
Yeah.
It is my favourite
you love a
distance.
10K, yeah.
It is my favourite distance. So I'm going to do one in a few weeks. I'm going to do me 5s and 6s, and then I'm going to do another 10K.
When there is one that I was talking to my clients about, there's a 10K in Southport on the 3rd of August.
Sarah Townley was talking about that today.
It's just a day before my birthday, so I've probably been out the night before. But I might do it anyway, just for the lols.
It's not stopping you, love.
No. Little pre-birthday treat, 10K, woohoo.
Well, I feel like that was a nice little chat.
That was lovely.
The half marathon. And I would just say to anyone who doubts whether or not they could do it, at least try and train for it first.
Yeah.
If you're going to train for it, still strength train. And don't leave it too late to start training, because obviously we noticed a massive difference this year. We did 8 weeks from naught to half marathon. Never ever would recommend that to anyone ever. Don't do it.
No, you will end up injured.
You'll end up injured for sure. So that was a really bad idea. But if you get consistent at running now and just short distances, and then give yourself 16 to 12 weeks before the half marathon, do it.
Definitely.
It. And if you need help, we can help you.
Join the Lift and Glow Run Club.
Yes.
Because we're athletes.
Yeah, because we are athletes, and you can be an athlete if you hang around with us.
Yeah.
Bosh.